Good morning. Welcome to another edition of 10 with Tom. And today I'm with members of our Bradenton, Florida youth mission team that served during the summer of 2022. So I have in front of me, this is Kiyah. Then we have Dani, Keegan, Jenna on the far side, and Kendall. So where we want to start this morning, guys, where exactly did you go and what did you do?
We went to Bradenton, Florida.
Bradenton? Okay.
The Dream Center.
The Bradenton Dream Center. Okay, tell me about the Bradenton Dream Center.
The Dream Center is like, it's a part of Bayside Church. It's a really big church down there. And what we did is we helped like a camp that they held for their kids. And we kind of just helped. It was kind of like a VBS, but not really.
Okay, so what kind of things did you do as you were working at the VBS? I think they called it an after-school program, even though it was during the summer, because it was a continuation of what they do throughout the school year. But what exactly were your jobs?
So the high school guys and I, we were on games, so we got to play soccer, kickball, basketball, foursquare with all the kids, and they had a lot of fun.
Okay, somebody else?
And me and Dani, we were, I think, did you have a group too?
Well, in the beginning.
Okay. Well, we were walking around with students to different stations, so like we would take them to like lunch or to the game area or to like arts and crafts where they would learn about like something, like I think the topic was like respect, I think, yeah. And then, or like reading or something, so like we were just really in charge of like keeping control of the kids.
And me and Jenna worked in the kitchen. We prepared all the meals and then we
Organized.
cleaned.
Organized the kitchen.
Organize the kitchen. That's a pretty big deal, isn't it?
Yeah.
The Dream Center was actually moving into a new facility. We're taking over an entire facility where they only had half of it before. And so they were moving into this industrial-sized kitchen that needed to be power cleaned. And these young ladies did an incredible job of making that happen. And you could practically eat off the floor by the end of the week. So you guys
Or
did a
the
great
walls. We scrubbed those.
Wasn't recommended, but you could.
You did a great job. So anything else going on at the Dream Center that we want to share?
I don't think so. I think we could just about summed it up.
All right. So where else did you guys work?
We worked at the homeless shelter for a little bit. It was just across the street. I don't remember the name of it.
It's called Turning Points Bradenton.
And we worked there. We pressure washed their patio.
And cleaned off the tables.
Yes, so
Yeah.
we cleaned off the tables.
The benches.
It's where all the people like came to get into the actual like place, and a lot of the homeless people like hung out there. So it was pretty dirty, and so we cleaned it for them.
Did you see a lot of homeless people in Bradenton?
Yeah,
Did that surprise you?
yeah, a little bit.
The area that we were in had a lot.
Well, I don't know, actually.
Yeah, I wouldn't say it
Because the
surprised
area
me.
we were in was kind of like, I don't want to say like trashy. It was just like,
Not as like, it wasn't high end.
yeah.
It wasn't World War Village.
I would just say compared to like me being in St. Augustine a lot with my family, and you see a lot of people there, it looked to be kind of about the same.
Yeah.
Okay. One of the things I thought was really interesting about Turning Points and what they do is they don't just feed the homeless, but they really have a program to help them get back on their feet. They can do job training while they're there. They have a computer lab where they can be searching for jobs. They have job training or job interview skills. They provide transportation for people who may have lost their cars. And they said that one of the reasons that they're seeing so many more homeless is the increased prices in rent. But there were quite a few folks that we were able to interact with while we were there. Now I understand there was one other place that you guys served at. Remember that? CityServe. And tell me about CityServe.
So CityServe was based out of one of the warehouses at Mixon Farms. It's like a fruit farm. They produce, I think, a lot of oranges and other like citrus type fruits. But CityServe was an organization, basically, they were based to use a lot of items, I think, from stores that they couldn't be sold or that they were returned, and they would give overstock items, and they would give them to the people who run CityServe, and the people who run CityServe would distribute them to people in need and people who could find a good use for them. So we were sorting everything from like pens and writing utensils to clothing to electronics, even some pink flamingos.
They told us a very interesting story about a woman who they were developing a relationship because somebody had damaged her pink flamingo, and she was so excited to receive a pink flamingo. Who knew? What kind of an area does City Serve cover? Is it just a local thing, or?
No, I think it's. I actually don't know, but I know it's
Isn't
in
it multiple. It's multiple like cities.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Um,
they had like different colored duct tape for different stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that was one of the things I found very interesting. We pictured City Serve as being a local agency, but actually they cover everything from Tampa all the way to Miami.
Mm-hmm.
And so they have a very wide range of churches that they work with. So if a church needs something, they can contact City Serve, and if City Serve has it, they find a way to make it accessible,
Mm-hmm.
and really it's an incredible ministry. Anything surprising happened on your day at City Serve that was unexpected for you?
And we got to take a tour of the Mixon Farms, and we got to see a lot of these interesting animals. I believe we saw a crocodile, an African crocodile. We saw...
Noodle.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well,
the crocodile's name was Noodle.
Yeah.
wasn't that...
No.
I thought that was the baby gator's name, but...
Oh yeah, it was.
We saw.
We also got to hold...
Yeah, the one that we held.
We got to
They
hold
called
a smaller alligator. Its name was Noodle. We got
We
to
got
see...
to pet a skunk. Oh, that was fun.
Valentine.
Yeah.
Valentine. How do you remember these names? I don't remember.
We
any
got
of
to
them.
see...
She said, I remember.
And the ostriches.
Oh yeah. There was an
What's his name?
ostrich.
It's not, it was an
It
emu.
was an emu. Yep.
Oh, that's what I meant, guys. That's what I meant.
Just all sorts of animals. Parrots, like a hawk, a monitor lizard, raccoons,
Macaw. That was pretty good.
macaw, an owl.
Snake.
Yes, a large boa constrictor.
An
Very large
albino raccoon. That was the coolest thing I'd ever
Oh,
seen.
yeah.
So we got to do some fun stuff as well on the trip. Now, as we start to wrap things up for this morning, what was it that made you want to go on the mission trip?
I think it was kind of cool that you could see like how we could be serving somewhere that's not here. So it'd be a little different than what we usually do. Like sometimes we'll do food packing for places down. Up here, but going somewhere else and serving for different communities is kind of different experience than serving for your community.
Mm-hmm.
So the reason I went, I had actually gone on a mission trip with Tom last year, and Dani did as well, and we really loved it. So we just were excited to do another one.
I think it was cool because it shows you, even though it is a different community than your own, it's still near you. It's still the same state. It was only like maybe a 4-hour drive. But that's like, it shows that the needs are still around you, and it's like you don't have to go overseas, you don't have to go to a different state. They're still like present, you gotta serve your neighbors before you can serve like farther. So.
And I guess I just wanted to experience helping and serving people, like anything from helping people with their chores to pressure washing things and going to and organizing, and it was fun, and I really like to see everyone's, I guess, lives change and like help out with them.
Yeah, I like to see how the people that we were helping, how they reacted, because they were really grateful for what we did.
And it's kind of cool getting to bond with like your church family, because you get to spend a whole week with those people, and so it's kind of cool being able to like see more sides of the people that you hung out with but never really like actually met. I guess if that makes sense.
It really brings us closer together as a
Yeah.
church family.
Yeah.
All right, last question. For anybody that's out there that's never been on a mission trip, we're planning on going again next year. Why should they go on a mission trip? And if they're young, why should they go with us?
I'm gonna be honest. If you're looking at it from a statistical standpoint, a mission trip will get you a lot of service hours. It'll give you something to do in the summer, because if you're like me, you'll be bored most of the time. You make a lot of friends along the way, and you get to have these cool experiences. Like, for example, outside of helping, we got to obviously take a tour of Mixon Farms. We got to see all these cool animals. We
We went shopping.
Yeah, we went shopping.
went out shopping.
That was
we
fun.
We went shopping multiple times.
got a lot of different restaurants. Like, it was a variety of different experience.
This might sound really plain, but it was really fun. Like, even if you're not interested in serving, which you should be, like, it's the best part. You'll go and you'll think, the best part isn't going to be when we serve. But it really is. It is when we serve. And overall, it's just so much fun to go.
All right. Anybody
Yeah,
else?
I really think that, like, say you don't really want to go at first, by the end of it, you will just, a giant smile on your face, like, it'll change everything. It was so much fun. Just seeing everyone's, like, smile and just hanging out, like, it was really fun.
All right. Well, I want to thank you guys for going this summer and for joining me today on 10 with Tom and for sharing your experiences. For you folks at home, just want to remind all of you that our next mission trip is going to be sometime between Thanksgiving and Christmas as we participate with Operation Christmas Child again. You need to be 13 or older to do that, and be on the lookout for more details on that. And of course, we are planning on doing another mission trip next summer, both to St. Thomas and also to Bradenton, hopefully. So we hope you'll join us, and thanks for joining us today, and we'll see you again on Friday. Have a great week.
Bye-bye.
Bye.